students, in previous lecture we have discussed about the pulse modulation techniques. There are three types of pulse modulation techniques. First is pulse amplitude modulation, second is pulse width modulation, last one is pulse position modulation technique. Today in this lecture we will discuss about the pulse modulation techniques. These are the pulse modulation techniques. So in pulse amplitude modulation techniques, the pulse amplitude is varied according to the modulating signals. This is a basic or simplest modulation technique of pulse modulation. In this technique, the modulating signal converts into samples, and after sampling of a modulating signal we can achieve a pulse amplitude modulated signal. Now first we will see what is the sampling. Sampling is a process by which we convert a continuous time signal into a discrete time signal. You can see by this figure, this is a continuous time signal xt, and after sampling it will convert into a discrete time signal. Now the types of sampling. There are three types of sampling. First is ideal sampling, natural sampling, and flat top sampling. In ideal sampling, a continuous time signal passes through a switch, which is an ideal switch. It converts this continuous time signal into a discrete time signal. In ideal sampling, modulating signal passes through an ideal switch. When switch turns on, signal passes at the output. This switch converts again after Ts. That means second sample will come after Ts time. The on time of ideal switch is approx 0. So an ideal sampling we get samples of 0 bits. Practically ideal sampling is not possible. Now second is natural sampling. In natural sampling, continuous time signal pass through a practical switch. Practical switch, when this signal pass through the switch, it convert into the discrete time signal, but the top of these samples are not flat. So this is the drawback of natural sampling. Now we will see flat top sampling. Flat top sampling. In flat top sampling, the top of each sample remains flat. This type of sampling is taken by using a sample and hold circuit. So this is a sample and hold circuit. In this sample and hold circuit we use two switches, switch 1 and switch 2. When switch 1 is turns on, this modulating signal pass through this switch, and this capacitor charge